I was brought up within a Catholic home. We went to church on Sundays, went through a Catholic education system. And because it was still within that period where they called it post-war, it was quite common to hear of Catholic families having a son or a daughter go into the priesthood. Most of my life as a priest was very, very enjoyable and happy and rewarding because I enjoyed being the minister to the people. I enjoyed the satisfaction of people, shall we say, needing me, coming to me for support. And I'm not talking about confession here. I'm talking about all the other important moments of their life. You know, they have a child and they want to bring it to the church to be baptised, to be christened, and the joy of the family celebrating a new life. It was quite frustrating at times to hear how so much guilt brought people down. I always struggled with that. Having to somehow give support and pastoral care to people who were going through things similar to the struggles that I had as a person, trying to live celibacy, and here they are coming along confessing it to someone who's struggling himself, and I'm ministering the forgiveness of God through the sacrament to them. By this stage, I was totally aware that I was a gay man, accepted that I was a gay man, and within the church, I was not hiding it. It was just that I didn't do anything to deny it. It sounds an awful thing to say, but I was benefiting by the fact I was involved in the work of caring for people who were dying. The bishop asked me in 1988. He was aware that there were some people who had already died from AIDS causes who were Catholic and hadn't really been given the support they should have. There are occasions when I think outward behaviours can lead us to think that certain things are happening for people which may not be positive. One of the things that's always concerned me as a priest in the church is when you get young men or women who seem to be over-religious or over-spiritual for their age. I can think of a couple of people that I used to see in church and then a few years later bump into them in a gay situation. Oh, you're surprised to see me? No, I'm not. I knew you were gay when you used to come into the church and spend hours on your knees praying. Why? Oh, because you were fighting something, weren't you? And then out it comes. When I look back now, that was probably part of the underlying reason why I felt I couldn't go on being the, shall I just put it, as the holy person up there dressed up in church clothes who appeared to be this great holy man who was struggling. It is hard to go into the various churches I go to and to see there a priest who in some instances is like myself, a gay man. But still ministers within the church, and I do find that difficult because I made the choice to step aside, despite what some people think. I was not defrocked. As I jokingly say, I took the frock off myself. I am a strong person. I have a positive spirituality. Despite all the trials and traumas of people's lives, I always think there are people who can assist me or I can assist to walk the journey with them. That's been part of the privilege of the spirituality that I've had, has been one of caring and compassion as a religious brother, as a priest, and now where I work within the Order of St John ambulance and have people who volunteer in hospitals. The only way the person of Christ can operate in the world today is through the human beings who are in this world. It's not some magical thing that happens outside of us. The reality is that there are thousands of people who are caring for others every day, and it doesn't have to be formal. There is a little poster I've always loved. God loves me because God doesn't make junk.